Hey guys, today we're doing a UFC fight night, Royval versus Kape breakdown, and yeah, we'll just get into it. So the first fight of the night is Jamie Lynn Orton against Teresa Blida, and the pick is going to be okay. What's his Teresa Blida's current streak? Okay, she lost to Natalia Silva. She beat this girl. I'm gonna pick Blida to beat her. She looks like she's gonna have a reach advantage stuff, and I think Jamie Lee Orton's really not that skilled to be able to overcome a size advantage like that against someone who has a UFC one. Next, we have debutant versus debutant. I have no clue who any of these guys are. I'm gonna pick Alan Fry Jr. to beat him. But if it they show the things and it's obvious that it's the other guy, I'm not taking a loss on this. It's a heavyweight bout. I have no stats here, so I'm just gonna pick this guy because he has juniors in his name, so he's representing his father's name. More likely he's gonna win. Melissa Crowden with a KO last fight. I think she has a finish. Yep, KO in October, so she's fighting a lot against Luana Santos. Luana Santos hasn't lost in the UFC yet. Oh, yeah, she has. Oh, yeah, she lost to Casey O'Neill, huh? For that big, she got a submission last fight. I'm going to pick Luana Santos to beat Melissa Crowden. Ooh. I'm going to pick Melissa Crowden to beat Luana Santos. I think she's dangerous, Melissa Crowden. Yep, I'm going to pick Melissa Crowden to beat Luana Santos in this fight. Next, we have Sean Sharaf versus Steven Asplund. Dude, what is that physique by Asplund, respectfully? He looks like... Never mind. Dude, I don't want to pick anyone in this fight, respectfully. Dude, what is... The fact that we're having these guys built like this fighting in the UFC is embarrassing. I'm going to go with Sean Sharaf, but I want neither of those guys to win. Cut both. Neil Magny versus Yaroslav Amosov. I'm going to pick Neil Magny to beat a debutant every time. It could happen that Neil Magny just get absolutely whooped, but Neil Magny to beat Yaroslav Amosov. I know Yaroslav's a big favorite and he's a big prospect out of Russia, but he just beat Jake Matthews, who's a legit UFC fighter, so gotta respect it. Next, we have Joe Anderson Brito versus Melzik Bagdasaryan. I'm going to pick Joe Anderson Brito to beat him. I think Joe Anderson Brito has legit power. Melzik Bagdasaryan's a kickboxer. The power is going to be there to be exploited. I think Joe Anderson Brito is going to get him and put him out if there's no grappling in this fight, because grappling is absolutely horrendous. But he does have a submission. Gonna have a slight reach advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Joe Anderson Brito to win this fight. Next, Gillian Robertson versus Amanda Lemos. I'm gonna pick Gillian Robertson. She's a good grappler, man. She's a very good grappler. Who did she lose to? Didn't she lose a fight recently or something? No, she won. She's on a big streak right now. Okay, level of competition isn't too crazy, but she's on a 4-fight win streak. And before she lost, she was on a... she has a lot of wins, a lot more wins, and she's legit. She's legit on the ground. Amanda Lemos historically struggles against grapplers, so I'm going to pick Gillian Robertson to beat her. Next, we have Marcus Buchecha versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Marcus Buchecha is that great grappler from ADCC who got absolutely whooped by Baudet. Kennedy Nzechukwu is a little bit... He's not an NPC heavyweight, but he doesn't show crazy, he's one of those that got leg locked by Walter Walker. Is he going to be able to beat Marcus Buchecha? It's very possible. I have no clue about the odds in this fight. I'm going to pick Canadian Zechukwu to beat Marcus Buchecha, but we'll see. Next, we have Melquizael Acosta versus Morgan Charrier. And Morgan Charrier has a bad record, but he's actually a very good fighter. And I'm going to pick him to beat Melquizael Acosta. I think he's going to be a little bit too damaging. I think it's going to be a very close fight. It's going to end in a split decision Morgan Charrier fashion. But I still think he's going to win this fight against Melquizael Acosta. Next matchup, Cesar Almeida versus Cesario Oleg-Jacek. I'm going to pick Cesar Almeida to beat Oleg-Jacek. Oleg-Jacek, I'm not too familiar with his game, but Cesar Almeida is very legit. He's a very good fighter, very good striker, and I think he's going to finish Cesario Oleg-Jacek. That's my pick. I've seen him that he's sitting as an underdog. Absolutely crazy, I find. But he is old. So his pace could, he could have trouble fighting at this point in his career. Like, we haven't seen him in a while. I think he's coming off an injury. But Cesar Almeida, I don't know why he's an underdog. He's clearly a betting opportunity here. Next, we have Kevin Vallejos versus Giga Chikadze, that's the co-main of the card. And I'm going to pick Kevin Vallejos to... I'm not sure he's going to TKO Giga, but I definitely think he's going to win. I think he can pull out the grappling a little bit. And I think that as the fight goes on, the striking is going to be more and more open for him to pressure Giga. And, David Onama was able to. David Onama, I don't think, is on the level of Kevin Vallejos. So I'm going to pick Vallejos to get a good decision over Giga. He could finish him. He could finish him in the later rounds, I think. That's also my opinion. Next, we have a fire fight between two great flyweight contenders in Brendan Royval and Manel Kape. I'm in this tricky position where I feel like Manel Kape is a huge favorite, unjustifiably so. But I also feel like this is a pick-em fight. I know Brendan Royval has good volume. Not on big momentum because he lost to Joshua Van. But I'm going to pick... I'm going to pick Brendan Royval to beat Manel Kape. I think he's going to out-volume him. I think Manel Kape has good volume against these kind of grapplers that are not that good at grappling. Like, I'm not going to say not that good at grappling, but who aren't absolutely world tier. Then he's, striking on them. But Brendan Royval's going to strike with him, and I think he's going to out-volume him. I don't think Manel Kape has had some crazy feats these past few years. He's beating guys like Bruno Silva and stuff like that. But at the same time, that's the opponent Joshua Van beat, and he did beat Brendan Royval. But I think I'm thinking that Manel Kape is... I don't know if he's as good as Joshua Van. Fire fight, by the way. Manel Kape and Joshua Van would be a fire matchup. I'm going to pick Brendan Royval to beat Manel. Am I? I'm not so sure. This is such a pick-em for me. I'm going to run with Manel Kape to beat Brendan. Damn it. I'm not so sure. I'm really struggling to make a pick here. He beat Tatsuro Taira one fight ago before his fight with Van, and he beat Moreno. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Royval. I'm gonna pick Brendan Royval to beat Manel Kape. Yeah, Brendan Royval is there to steal it once again. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. After this card, Brendan Royval versus Manel Cap, we are going to be posting an updated end of 2025 GOAT list. We will post, I think maybe we'll also do a separate one for grapplers and striker. So you better stay tuned for this. This is all coming next week. Crazy post. I'll do some matchups for this week. I'll do different other videos. We'll post. We'll try to post every single day this week, but next week we have some absolute fire coming your way because it will be the end of the UFC for this season. So for the 2025 year, and so a lot to talk about and recap, and before the 324, before the break until 324 is over. So thank you for watching. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys.